Gordon was resting in a siding. When suddenly, Henry arrived. Beep, beep, beep. Hello, fat face. He whistled Henry. Gordon hadn't seen Henry in a long time. What a cheek that Henry is. That Henry is too big for his wheels. Fancy speaking to me like that. To me, he said, letting off steam, who has never had an accident. Percy was nearby and overheard the last part of what Gordon had said and knew this wasn't true. Oh, but Gordon, he asked innocently, aren't jammed whistles and burnt safety valves accidents? Gordon did not like being teased, and he knew at once that Percy was teasing him. No, indeed, he spluttered. They are not accidents. Not accidents at all. High spirits might happen to any engine. But to come off the rails like Henry did when he was pulling the flying kipper, well, I ask you, is that right? Is that decent? A few days later, it was Henry's turn to take the express. Gordon watched him getting ready. Better be careful now, Henry. You're not pulling the flying kipper now. Mind you keep on the rails today. And Henry went on his way. Oh, fat face! Fat face! Fat face! But Gordon didn't care. He yawned and went to sleep. But not for long. Wake up, Gordon, said his driver. A special train is coming, and we're to pull it. Is it coaches or trucks? Trucks, said his driver. Trucks, said Gordon. Puh! I don't like trucks. They lit Gordon's fire, but it was slow to start. They couldn't wait, however, so Edward had to push Gordon to the turntable to get him facing the right way. Gordon grumbled like anything. I won't go! I won't go! Don't be silly! Don't be silly! Puffed Edward. At last, Gordon was on the turntable. Edward was uncoupled, and he backed away. Gordon was cross and didn't care what he did. I'll show them, he hissed. He waited till the table was halfway around. He only meant to go a little way, to stop the table from turning. But he couldn't stop himself and slithered into a muddy ditch. Oosh, he hissed. Get me out! Get me out! Not a hope, Gordon, said his driver and fireman. You're stuck, you silly great engine. Don't you understand that? They telephoned Sir Topham Hatt. So, Gordon didn't want to take the special train and ran to a ditch? What's that you say? And the special's waiting? Tell Edward to take it, please. Oh, and Gordon, leave him where he is. We haven't time to bother with him now. On the other side of the ditch, some little boys were chattering.
"Cool, doesn't he look silly? Doesn't he look silly? They'll never get him out."
They began to sing.
"Silly old Gordon fell in a ditch, fell in a ditch, fell in a ditch. Silly old Gordon fell in a ditch, all on a Monday morning."
At last the school bell rang, and they chased after it, still laughing. Gordon lay in the ditch all day. "Oh dear," he sighed, "I shall never get out." And he blew away 3 tadpoles and an inquisitive newt. But that evening they lifted Gordon from the mud and made a row of sleepers to keep his wheels from the mud. Strong ropes were fastened to his back end, and James and Henry, pulling hard, managed to bring him to safety. Late that night, Gordon crawled home, a sadder and wiser engine.